So hello everyone. Today we have another of our Marrow toppers with us. We have Dr. Namitha Mariam Lal, and she has done wonderfully well in the recently concluded NEET SS, the results of which were published about 2 days back. So she has secured rank 4 in the anesthesia group, and in addition, she has secured a rank of a 50 odd in the critical care medicine group. So huge congratulations to you, Dr. Namitha, from everyone here at Marrow. Splendid result to have secured ranks in both the specialties, in both anesthesia and critical care. A very big congratulations to you. So I would ask you a few questions basically, because a lot of things the viewers would want to know in terms of your preparation. So firstly, how do you feel right now, and what are your future plans?
Humbled, sir. Actually, I was not expecting such a good result in anesthesia, especially. Then I'm happy, more than that, overwhelmed. I'm planning to pursue critical care, sir. Hopefully, I'll get a DM critical care in RML or Safdarjung, some college in Delhi. I'm planning to pursue that.
Right. So, Namitha, if you can tell me about your background training till now, like what all you have done till now, and are you working?
Yes, I'm basically from Trivandrum. I have done my MBBS at Trivandrum Medical College and MD Anesthesia from AIMS Delhi. And currently I'm preparing for critical care.
Right. So as you mentioned, you're planning to basically do critical care, but obviously you've got a very good rank in anesthesia as well, and that will actually qualify you for some of the DM seats in various aspects of anesthesia, like transplant. I think there are seats in anesthesia, neuro, and cardiac as well, right? But your attitude or your preference seems to be for critical care, right? So, do you think that why do you prefer critical care over some of the other branches of anesthesia? It might be a different question. Right.
I was a little bit confused after my MD anesthesia whether to go for critical care or not, but after a lot of thinking, I decided that probably critical care is my area of interest. I think that is more satisfying, and the once you pursue critical care, you see the patient as a whole, and the way you approach a patient also is entirely different once you see it from a critical care background. So I think I liked that more. But nevertheless, anesthesia has its own charm. I always enjoyed anesthesia, and my 3 years of residency were like awesome. The exposure was very good at AIMS Delhi, and the academics was also very nice. I think that helped me to secure this rank in anesthesia, even without much dedicated preparation.
Yeah, so basically, I also did my MD from the same institute from AV8, right? And obviously, I have the fondest memories of working there as a resident. And obviously, I did my senior residency and then I did my DM as well. And obviously, anesthesia in AIMS has a very good, strong academic roster, a strong academic schedule, and you have wonderful faculty there as well. So obviously, being in AIMS actually is kind of like prepares you, even if you do not do much, even just you attend the classes, they kind of prepare you for any of the exams. That's my opinion. So if I may ask, like, how did you prepare for, like, obviously you prepared for both the exams, right? So I would also like to know how you prepared for anesthesia and how you prepared for critical care group, and how did Marrow help you in any of those preparations?
And I passed my MD exam in January 2025, so that MD preparation definitely has helped a lot. And to give that extra edge of MCQ, preparing myself for MCQs, I had referred the Bryan and Hall, which is a popular textbook for anesthesia MCQs. And for critical care part, I mostly followed Marrow. Compared to other platforms, when I checked, like I felt Marrow gave the most organized series of lectures. Like the topics, it was a very organized series of lectures in Marrow. So that I found most comfortable. So I used to see system wise, and I used to make my own notes. I used to see it at 1x speed, pause in between, make my own notes. It was a very time-taking process actually. And then I used to once all the videos were done, then I used to go back and see those videos at 2x for a quick revision, and then I used to solve MCQs from popular textbooks, Sandeep Agarwal and Kunchan Chansulani. There is a popular MCQ book for critical care. So that MCQs I used to solve from that. I didn't get time to solve the Q bank questions from Marrow. The time was very limited. Then for extra the things I used to do the grand test from Marrow, and for that purpose I used to do it from other platforms as well. The grand test in Marrow, the explanations were very good. Though the like in NEET SS, many questions, most of the questions were one-liner type. Though the and only few questions were like a long clinical scenario based questions. But in Marrow GTs, the questions were more lengthier. Most of the questions were very lot of long clinical scenarios and all. Only very few one-liners were there. So in this time in NEET SS, actually the it was divided into 3 sections, 3 time-bound sections. So it was like giving 3 separate exams. Because after 50 minutes you cannot go back and see those initial 50 questions. After 50 minutes you cannot go back to the initial 50 questions, and it gets automatically submitted. So because we were trained with that Marrow GTs, the time was enough and more for the actual NEET SS exams, I felt. And the Marrow GTs often the explanation quoted emergency medicine textbook Tintinelli also. So for few references, I looked up Tintinelli also, which was also a very good textbook. I was introduced to that textbook through Marrow GTs. Yes, this is what my preparation was in summary, sir.
Yeah, so interesting that you mentioned about the question pattern, because this year we had a change in question pattern, right? Previously, critical care medicine per se was a part of anesthesia or as part of medicine course subgroup. Now it has changed to critical care, right? So
Yes, sir. It's a separate paper they have made.
since you appeared for both, so if I can ask in terms of the critical care aspect, how much of the questions were from critical care, or were there any questions from medicine core group as well?
From basic MBBS, there were few questions like Grissinger sign from ENT. That was very surprising. Then a few questions of the MBBS level, this stroke syndromes and all were there. Then few questions were from toxicology. Like many questions also were from emergency medicine based scenarios. Patient presence in emergency with this kind of history, these kind of vitals. So how will you proceed further? So, but the majority of the chunk was from critical care aspect only. I think out of the 150 questions, around 100 or 110 questions were from critical care only. Few questions from the MBBS and few questions from emergency medicine.
Yeah, so basically, kind of emergency medicine has a bit of overlap with critical care, right? At least from the acute part. So emergency medicine people, they also read it. Critical care people also have to know it. For example, somebody comes with a coronary syndrome. As a intensivist, you need to know what to do immediately, just 1 hour or so. So obviously there will be some overlap. But the good thing is that they actually shifted to acute care. They didn't go into like core medicine. At least they honored whatever they say in their change in primary. So for anesthesia, you said you mainly did MCQ books, and Marrow also had launched a residency program, right? So I was wondering, in terms of anesthesia, did you actually take much of the help, or was it basically because your basic knowledge was quite strong, so it kind of helped you in your?
I took Marrow subscription after post graduation, sir. So for MD exams, it did not help. Like I did my own preparation from the department discussions mostly. Then for the critical care part only, mostly I took Marrow. So I cannot comment about the anesthesia part.
So, what would be your advice? Because you have got such a splendid rank in both the groups. So, what would be your advice to viewers, like people who would basically who are aspiring to either like excel either in anesthesia or even in critical care? What kind of preparation or what should be the strategy for such an exam?
Initial part of residency, you can try reading a few important topics from standard textbooks so that your base will be strong. And later on, you can go to concise versions, because it is all these standard textbooks are very extensive. You won't get time to revise all those. So later on, you can refer to this critical care popular books are there, like Washington Manual, Paul Marino, and all. Then after that, like towards the end of the residency period itself, you can start solving MCQs so that you get a hold of it. And then giving mock exams is very important, because time management, that exam scenario simulation, everything comes with when you attend mock exams. Then try to solve MCQs from as many sources as possible, because one source cannot be told as it is not extensive always. Referring MCQs from multiple sources is always helpful. Like there are many sources for MCQs in critical care. So referring all that, like different sources can give you different insights into what kind of questions can be asked. So that would be my advice, sir. Then you have to decide which one, like whether you are interested in anesthesia or critical care. Critical care, both are different aspects. Critical care, like more of slightly towards the diagnostic side, patient workup and all is there. Anesthesia will be like more of the perioperative complication management, intra-op as well as in the post-op period. Then preoperative optimization. Both has its own charm. It is a personal call which to go for.
One of the things I think you mentioned, which I also kind of mentioned in one lecture that I took a few months back, in regards to how to prepare for the exam, and you mentioned that you made your own notes, and that is something I actually recommend, because obviously Marrow gives you notes nowadays, and they are now even providing the notes in the form of a paperback. But the very feeling of writing things on your own kind of has a reinforcement for the brain, and obviously that is hard work. As you mentioned, you have to watch the videos,
Yes,
X, 2X, and whatever. But I feel if somebody is really dedicated and willing to kind of go the extra mile for a good rank, I think that is the better strategy. Obviously, if you do not have time, sometimes because of the paucity of time, we just kind of go through the notes. But making your own notes is always a good thing. Other thing you mentioned is that obviously you want to kind of probably pursue DM critical care in one of the government institutes, right? So that is your plan going forward.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
As of now, I'm planning to pursue DM critical care.
Right. So I think that is a good plan. And obviously, my suggestion would be that obviously if you're planning to pursue DM, you should also, apart from your clinical work, which you're going to do anyways, you should also try to do some research, because down the line, these are the things that are going to build you a strong CV, like going to set you apart from the rest. Other than that, I think the last question what I would like to ask you is that in terms of what else would you like us to improve, or other things that you would like to see Marrow provide you, maybe that can help others also. If there's some suggestions from your side, we'll be happy to follow.
Probably more number of GTs will be good. Then the exam pattern, if it was more similar to the actual NEET or actual INI exam, it will be more helpful, I feel, rather than giving a very lengthy questions, all lengthy questions. Probably few lengthy questions and majority chunk one-liners or something like that. Like similar to the NEET SS, actual NEET and INI pattern will be more helpful. Other than that, I'm quite happy with the all the Marrow lectures and resources they provide.
Right. So this was also the first time, right? Because the NEET SS, previously, obviously, we had a critical care medicine group, but this was the first time that they did. So we also
Yes,
did not
sir.
have to refer to. But obviously, there's a
True,
separate
true.
part or who prepares the MCQs, and now they will have more better baseline for future. And obviously, going forward, we'll have more lectures, we'll have more GTs, and obviously, we'll try to look at some of those aspects. So a big congratulations once again from all of us, Namitha. You've done splendidly well.
Thank
You've
you.
made good, and it's wonderful for me personally when obviously everybody will have their own biases, but obviously if somebody from AB8 like does well, then obviously I feel extra good. Last time it was Dr. Sumit. I think I know if you know him.
Yes, Smith is my batchmate. He only suggested Marrow to me.
He also got a good rank in INISS. I think he got ranked third or ranked fourth. And I had an interview with him as well. And now it's you. So all the best, good luck, And I sincerely hope that obviously you follow or you pursue critical care, and hopefully we'll meet in some other fora where you will be the person who is taking the lecture and we'll be listening to you, and that would be great, right? And it will be, life will come a full circle.
I would
So
I would like to say a word of gratitude to my department, my guide, Ajish ma'am, Priyankar sir, and my family who was very supportive and never lost faith in me.
yeah, so
Thank you so much.
it was my oversight. I didn't ask you that question, but yes, for success,
My close there was a close knit set of friends also who was very supportive through all the difficult times. So I would like to send a deep token of gratitude to them as well.
perfect, perfect. So thank you, Namitha, for joining us, and all the best for your future. Good luck, and feel free to reach out to me for any queries, any things related to critical care. If you have any doubts in terms of selection of institutes or something, I'll try to help as much as I know. Obviously, I don't know about every institute. And obviously, Ajisha is your guide. Priyankar is there. All of them will be able to guide you even better than me. So feel free to reach out to your seniors. They are wonderful seniors in AIMS, and obviously, you can feel free to reach out to me as well. Happy to hear from you and happy to help you. All the best for your future. And again, big congratulations from all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.